Up next, Polar Lights, Headless Horseman, right after this. Hey everybody, it's Kenny Conklin from SciFiAntasy.com and welcome to another video review. Today we're going to be looking at Polar Lights kit of the Headless Horseman. There's no scale on this guy, so I'm not sure the scale, but I think he sits about 10 to 11 inches high when he's completed. So first off, before we get over to the bench, I'd like to thank you guys again for everybody that's subscribing and hitting that notification bell. This way you know when all our videos are up, which more and more are coming. So thanks again for stopping by, and let's go see what's going on in the kit. Well, still on our kick of older kits, today we're going to be looking at Polar Lights Headless Horseman. This is actually the repop of the original kit. The original kit didn't come with a pumpkin. It came with Ichabod Crane's head in his hand. So that's a difference. I know there's some resin kits out there, but I'm going to keep the pumpkin because I think we're going to light that up in his hand. So let's see what's going on in this box. Okay, the first thing up in the box is the instruction sheet, and it has a picture of the completed model at top, and it's not many steps. The first step brings you through the base, and then it brings you through building of the horse, building of the Headless Horseman himself, and then a choice of either the axe or the sword, and then how to put them together in the end. So not really too many steps. So let's see what's going on in the packages themselves, which there's 7 total packages in this kit. Okay, and the first package we're going to look at has the cape and the base. And the base itself is really nice. It's got hoof prints and wood in here and little vines for the pumpkins. So it's really nicely detailed little base there. And next up is the cape. This thing is all torn up and everything is cast in black, but the plastic is like super thick. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a really thick piece of plastic. And from what I understand, it's pretty heavy and you're supposed to rest it on the tree. This way you can hold it up. We're going to see if maybe we can do something else with this cape. But it's nice and tattered. It's got nice grain in there. So it should come out pretty well once we do it. So let's see what's up in the next package. Okay, up in the next package is 2 more sprues, and we'll start with the horse's front legs. They're detailed. You'll be able to throw a wash or something in there to bring out the hot details and highlights of the horse. Nice little hooves. I know it's a little hard to see with the black plastic and the shine of the lights, but they are a nice little pair of legs. The next sprue has the breastplate, tree limbs, the horse's saddle, the front of the horse itself, and the stirrups. No real flash on these things. Yet again though, the plastic is very thick, but everything looks good, has nice detail in there, and we should be able to do this guy up nicely. Okay, in the next package comes another set of sprues, 2 sets of sprues I should say, and most of it is the Headless Horseman himself. It's hard to see again, but there are a super amount of details in his arms. No real flash. On his cuffs there's a lot of detail. Looks like might be a little skull or something in there, or an axe. It really looks good. Okay, the next sprue has a lot of the Headless Horseman's body. Again, no real flash, but it is pretty thick plastic. His chest over here, I don't know if you can see it that well, but it really has a lot of detail in there for dry brushing and bringing it out. He's got his belt buckle. His legs are down here with more buckles on his chaps, and the same thing over here. A piece did fall off, and it's just his lower torso, which actually has a lot of detail in there, even though you're not really going to see it that much with him on the horse. So another nice set of sprues. Let's see what's in that next bag. Okay, up next were 2 packages. Each package had 1/2 of the horse in it. You're going to have a seam down here. The saddle won't be bad. The mane shouldn't be too bad. There's not too much detail hair-wise on his head where the seam will be, so you won't have to rescribe too much in there or down his neck. The only place you may have to do a little bit is on his rumparoonie right here, getting that back together. There is, you can see it right there, there was a big gouge in this. I'm assuming this was on a sprue and just ripped off instead of kindly taken off the sprue and put in, so I didn't have to do this extra work, but not much you can do. Then you have the other parts in the other bags for the inside of his legs, front and back, and his chest plate and stuff like that. He's a pretty nice looking horse. He's a very hairy horse. I don't know. He does look nice. I think I may go with the cartoon version and try to make his eyes red a little red flickering from his nostrils, and I'm going to talk to my brother if there's some way, because I know in the cartoon a little smoke was coming out of his nose. If we can do that, that would be awesome. Okay, the next bag comes with 7 pieces, 3 pieces for the tree, which you see you're going to have to gap in there, and the tree is very knotty, so you're probably not even going to have to be that neat, and it'll still look really good. So let's show you the other couple pieces that do come in this package. The next thing in the package are the horse's legs, the inner legs, and they're very smooth and very shiny. One of them does have a little messed up spot on it. I don't remember which one it was, but it's no big deal because it's underneath and we'll be able to smooth it out and get it going right. So let's get to the last piece that was in this package. Okay, the last piece in that package is the other arm of the Headless Horseman, which is highly detailed again with his cuffs and his arm. Now, what I'm highly perplexed about is everything came in 2 pieces but this piece. This is a solid piece, which is going to make it interesting to light it. I'm going to have to carefully try to drill down the center and out his hand to get wiring into the pumpkin. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's counterweight to try to balance the Headless Horseman. I have no idea, but this is a solid piece. So if you're going to decide to light this kit, you're going to have the challenge of drilling through and bringing wires through this guy. Okay, the last package has 2 sprues in it. The first sprue contains the axe or the sword, whichever one you want to do. The hilt is already in his hand. It comes with the second half of the hilt for the other side. The axe is whole. It has his spurs and the scabbard and reins. Everything is really nicely detailed on here. You can see in the hilt all the lines and the snake head. There's a little flash on the cobra head, or looks like kind of like a cobra over here that you got to take off. And then they have the sign, which they left blank. You can either put one of the 2 decals on there, or if you know how to make your own decals, which I probably will, I'll probably put a Sleepy Hollow on here instead of the other 2 things that come in the package. And the last thing in that package is the horse's tail. Over here, another piece, it looks like a piece of wood, and a bunch of pumpkins, and the pumpkins, 2 of them are carved out, so we'll be able to light those guys up on the ground, and the other one is solid, that'll just be there. No flash again, nicely detailed. These things will look really good on the base. So let's look at the last thing that's in this kit, and that'll be the decals. And the last thing in the kit for the sign is you could either put on there the Headless Horseman or Burying Ground, and they're both very thin. The decals are really nice on here, but most likely I won't use these. If I could get a nice font and put Sleepy Hollow on there, I'll probably do that instead. So that's it for the Polar Lights Headless Horseman kit. It's a very nice kit, very little flash. There are some seams that you're going to have to take care of on there and make it look a little bit better. That's more on the horse than the base itself. The base, you're not going to have to be so neat with that. And there is possibility to light up this kit if you want to. So thanks again everybody for coming and watching the video. We hope you hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon. This way you know when all our videos are coming up. And as usual, if you have any questions or comments, just drop them in the comments section below, and one of us will get back to you as soon as we can. So we hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you all soon. Take care and bye-bye.